Hey YouTubers, good morning, Rob Moffitt. Guys, this video is specifically just for people who have GERD or acid reflux, people who get burning sensation in their throat, esophagus, nose, or even in their ears, which is from their acid reflux. You have two different types of acid reflux. You have when the liquid comes up, and you have the silent type where just aerosols come up, where people don't get heartburn and they don't really know what's going on until they start losing their voice. Now, when you go to the doctor, before you go to the doctor, a lot of people, they start taking antacids, which neutralizes the stomach acid, or you go to the doctor and they give you protein pump inhibitors that reduce the acid in your stomach. And people sometimes use remedies at home with baking soda, add stuff to their stomach. But if you have something coming up into your throat, it really is helpful if you could just make a little spray to spray in your throat or your nasal passages to neutralize the acid and the pepsin that's lining your nasal passages in your throat, instead of adding all of the stuff in your stomach to reduce your acid, because you need your acid to absorb the nutrients into your body. You have very high incidence of people not being able to absorb B12 into their body or magnesium because they're adding all of these chemicals to their stomach to get rid of the acid. But if you're trying to just get rid of the acid in your throat and your nasal passages, here's a little spray you can make. You want to take distilled water, clean water. If you don't have distilled water, you want to boil your water for 20-30 minutes. And in this video, when I say you, I should say me, because I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on YouTube, and I can't really give you medical advice. If you have a problem, you should go to a doctor. But this is what I do. And if I do say in the video you, it's an editing problem, and I should have said I, so just ignore when I say you. I use a half a liter of water that's clean, because I'm going to be spraying it into my nose or my throat, and 1 level tablespoon, not teaspoon, into the water, and dissolve it of the baking soda, which is just good old NaHCO3. And once you do that, go to the store and get you one of these nasal spray bottles that come with nasal spray. Empty it out and rinse it out a few times by adding liquid and then spraying it out again. And then put your acid reflux spray that you made into the bottle. And anytime you feel a burning sensation in your throat or your nasal passages, you can do this, and what it does, it'll get rid of the acid, but also it'll get rid of the pepsin. Because when you have GERD reflux, or if you have aerosols come into your throat, the pepsin also comes up, not just acid. It lines your nasal passages in your throat, and anytime you eat acidic foods, then it causes a chemical reaction, and it starts harming your tissue in your body. So this will help neutralize the acid and the pepsin, which is an enzyme from your stomach that gets into your larynx and your throat and your nasal passages. So try this. So instead of eating a lot of Tums or these other chemicals and stuff, try making this if you're having a throat problem or nasal problem. And don't forget, the water has to be super clean. You're going to be spraying it into your nose or your mouth. I checked the pH of my water at home. It was acidic. Also, oddly enough, I thought the distilled water would be 7.0, would be neutral, but also it was acidic. But once you add the baking soda, it will become alkaline, about 8.5, I think, according to my pH strips. Now, that's it for the acid reflux spray that you can make. By the way, this was told to me by a doctor. And it's something I have confidence in, but you might want to talk to other people and make up your own mind, and not just go by what I tell you or what anybody tells you on YouTube. You want to get more information. But here's some more information you might want from me, and it's not medical advice, but it's what I learned from reading and doing research, is that the reflux problem isn't really a problem of acid or pepsin in your nasal passages or your throat or your larynx. The problem comes from you have a sphincter, a valve in the top and bottom of your stomach that lets liquid in or out. And the problem is the sphincter at the top of your stomach is letting the liquid come up, or the aerosols. There is one thing I found after doing research. A National Institute of Health did a study where the melatonin will actually help your sphincter shut and work properly. Now they did find it worked better with certain supplements, but it also works alone without the supplements, but not as good. I don't have the way to make all the different supplements and add them the correct ratio, but I've been using the melatonin and I've had good results with it. It also helps with sleep. I sleep longer and better with it, and it has less side effects than some of these other pills. When you take things like the proton pump inhibitors, they do have side effects and long-term usage. I know some people claim they get osteoporosis from it, and some people have claimed problems with cognitive impairment, which is another word for saying they're having memory problems. And there's other issues. So I always try to do the least harmful first and work up to the more harsh stuff. And melatonin seems to be one of the least problematic. But anything you take, even salt water, even sugar, anything, it has an opposite effect. If something is strong enough, usually, not always, but usually in my opinion, and I'm not a doctor, but usually if something is strong enough to help you or fix something, it's also strong enough to harming something in some way, causing a reaction on the other side. So you want to research melatonin and see what you think, but I've been taking 2.5 milligrams at night to see if it will help the valve in my stomach. And by the way, I found out about this problem when I had my AFib. I had operation and it looks like there was a contact ulcer, so I went to the doctor and she said I had a contact ulcer. And then I had been taking the proton pump inhibitor for 30 days, and after I stopped taking it, I started getting reflux. So they prescribed more proton pump inhibitors. So you know what, let me find out what the problem is instead of trying to cover up the symptoms. So that's where I'm at. If you get acid reflux, you get a burning sensation, try making this spray. I'm going to be putting out more information as I find it about acid reflux and GERD and LPR. And hope you guys come back and watch my videos. I put new stuff on every week, brand new stuff. Been doing it for 10 years. I need to find a chemical for helping me to stop making videos. I can't stop. I'm addicted. Hope this little video helped you guys. I'm rambling here. It's time to go. I'll put links to the National Institute of Health on the melatonin, the study, and the other studies I found in the video description. Hope this helps you guys, and come back and watch more. And good luck with your acid reflux.